it was for all the moms. And my mom's in town too. So, and Nick Gordon said it's for all the moms, so I'm going with it too. It was a really nice day out there. Highlights everywhere you look. Great day.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Woo. Thank you, everyone.
When you feel like that, we better call home to our mothers.
Yeah, right? It was Mother's Day yesterday, right? Hey, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. We are FuzzJockRadio. I am one of your hosts. And my name is Fuzzy. Yes. I'm here in Minnesota.
Your name is Fuzzy. We are FuzzJockRadio.
Yeah, yep. And we have another host here, and the one that you heard, their name is...
Oh, is this me? I am JMez.
JMez, yes.
I am on FuzzJockRadio.
He's currently on FuzzJockRadio, and is also a host. And then we have a host all the way out in California.
Oh, Benny.
And their name is...
Sea.Dubbz, and I am also on FuzzJockRadio on FuzzTalkRadio.com.
And they are also a host. There's three of us currently.
With Fuzzy. And Sea.Dubbz.
And JMez.
And JMez.
And
Sea.Dubbz.
It feels like...
on Fuzz Talk Radio.
It feels like we haven't been here for a while. Is that correct?
It is true. We have had...
remembering this right? Am I having correct feelings here?
It
guys?
both feels like it and has been that.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
It's been a couple weeks. So if you were worried that you missed out on a couple episodes, that is not... You don't have to worry because we were not... we did not create. As JMez said, we were on some... personal time.
Yeah, so
right?
It's fine. We do whatever we want.
It was one of the things that we decided that we're gonna do. You know, the show. We don't do the whole thing. The show must go on no matter what. We take time, right?
Yeah.
Sea.Dubbz,
take care of ourselves.
Can you see us?
Yes, I can see you.
I just want to make sure that you can see us, because this is really important. Yeah, no, we don't want to stress ourselves out creating things. This is one of those things that is a fun thing for us to do, and if we, made ourselves, we don't want this to be work, right? That's where I'm going with this, right?
Yes, and for me, I had a shard of bone sticking out of my mouth into my tongue, and that's why I didn't want to do the show. So that's kind of part of the reason we didn't do this.
And
that sucks.
Yeah, that does suck, and it probably made it kind of hard to talk, and that's pretty extreme,
Yes.
And what I want to say is that we don't have to go to the extremes to take a day off. If we just feel like it, we're just going to take a day off, and
do what we want.
And I'm sorry, but we're not going to apologize about it. It's going to be one of those things. Sorry, but not sorry. I really hate saying that.
Take it back. Rewind it.
Oh yeah, let's see. Do we have that button here? Rewind.
Got all the buttons.
Oh,
time for sports.
Shoot, I don't know how. I don't know how far we just rewound to.
We need to go back. Oh,
I got bone in my mouth.
I don't know where we're at.
Well, we're saying hello, and then we're going to say what's up. So we've been off for a bit. We had a little personal time. We don't always need it to be extreme to take personal time.
Yep. Okay, it was. Is that where we want to start?
Yeah.
Okay,
we've just been chilling, personal time.
Okay, personal time, chilling. It doesn't need to be that extreme, but it was, Sea.Dubbz had a bone shard coming out of its mouth.
Yeah.
And it was really gruesome. We didn't want to subject you to that gruesomeness.
But now we have.
But at least this is just an audio podcast. Thank goodness that it's not visual, because it was gruesome. Oh no, well, you wouldn't have seen it because we didn't have 2 episodes.
We're going to talk about gruesome sports too, though. The sports are going to get so gruesome.
And then for the listeners that
you ever know that
are downloading the podcast, what?
Gruesome sports.
Gruesome
sports.
You ever do that? Like Mutant League football?
No.
Oh, okay. That's a video game.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say that the listeners that download the podcast and aren't listening live currently and like listen, maybe in batches instead of one after another, maybe they won't even notice that we didn't miss an episode because we're going to still call this episode 4 of season 8. It's not going to be episode 6.
That's what it is. This is the 4th one, though.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
For episode 4.
So, just the listeners that are listening right now
Don't
through
like
the
it, do some
podcast, just disregard everything that we just talked about. You can jump forward, flashback forward
It's episode
to
6.
this current moment right now in the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't even
Where
have
we
to
are.
listen to what we were just talking about. So how's your week? Well, no, actually, a couple weeks, JMez.
So much has changed. Just
Like it was 2020?
it was like 5.
So much changed like it was 2020? Is that too soon?
No, about 5.
About 5?
Yeah,
Okay. How was that?
it was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everybody's playing that new Zelda game, right?
Yeah, there's a new Zelda
I've
game.
heard of that.
Everybody.
I am really happy that you mentioned it because now we can put it in the search terms so when people search for it, they'll find our podcast. How is it? Do you want to talk about it?
It's a
at all?
lot of fun.
Yeah, this
I
is
mean,
a Zelda podcast, so please go on about the Zelda lore
As
because I
long
love
as
Zelda.
Yeah,
Nintendo doesn't.
It's a lot of fun, but hard sometimes.
Yeah, no spoilers. No. We don't want to spoil it for anybody. And because we don't want any lawsuits from Nintendo. Do we want to talk about that? Well, we're not a video game podcast.
I've been enjoying myself, but I have been a little extra gloomy because of some challenges.
Do you want to talk about that?
No, just because.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
It's frustrating. Huh?
Don't look at me.
Okay, well, I won't. Okay, we'll move on. Sea.Dubbz, how was your couple weeks off? Oh, yeah, well, we are
Painful
kinda, yeah.
and then better, and then since it's been better, things have been all right. My wife's out of town right now, so I've just been hanging out with the cats the last few days.
Your
and
smile's
sleeping a whole bunch.
extra lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I will say I want to talk about Zelda 2.
Yeah, we
could
could talk about other ones.
I'm not playing that one, but my favorite Zelda is Link's Awakening.
Okay.
That one's
And
sweet.
did you guys know what that's based on? Like the plot
not
idea,
sure.
plot structure?
like a folktale of sorts, perhaps?
It's inspired by, sure, you could say a folktale, but it's not really. It's inspired by Twin Peaks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be done in the style of Twin Peaks, which now if you think back to the game, you're like, oh shit, yeah it
it's
totally
all
was.
Yeah.
I don't understand that when people say Twin Peaks. I'm sorry to.
You ever do that? Twin Peaks?
I've never seen it.
Oh man, you should watch. Okay.
Have you seen it? Do you know what they're talking about
I mean,
when
I've
they
seen
say
some
in the
of
style
it,
of Twin
and
Peaks?
I have seeing a little bit of it, you know a lot of it of it.
I know that Twin Peaks is supposed to be really weird, right?
It is.
Okay.
At least what I've seen of it. But have you ever played Link's Awakening?
Yeah,
Fuzzy?
I have.
Which one's that?
That's the Game Boy one, the original Game Boy one, where
Oh,
you
no.
use instruments to wake up the whale.
I had a Game Gear.
Oh, dude, that's the best Zelda game ever. Period.
There was no
The-
Zelda on Game Gear though.
Yeah, I had color on the.
Who cares?
color
You use a
screen.
lot more batteries.
I had a
You
TV
killed the
tuner so I
environment.
could watch TV
That was pretty cool.
on the Game Gear.
Yeah.
But
Some
I
fancy fancy peripherals.
really do wish I would have gotten the Game Boy. I wanted one really bad, but I got the Game Gear. That's the one that I decided because I was a Sega enthusiast.
Yeah.
Because
You should get an emulator and play Link's Awakening. It's the best.
my first console was a Sega Master System
Oh, that's awesome.
I got it for Christmas, and I was really angry. Actually,
Every day.
I really wanted the Nintendo because all the other kids had the Nintendo.
And
I think I have a picture.
of
Of
you
you
opening the
Throwing it
present.
across the room.
Well, I don't have it right there, but
No.
somewhere in this house, I have a picture of me looking over my shoulder and with opening the present, and I can see in my face and a little,
Like you're not showing it obviously.
8-year-old Fuzzy's face that I could tell that I am angry. Mm-hmm. So angry that I didn't get the Nintendo system like all my other friends have. And I got like 4 or 5 games with it. Alien Syndrome and Rampage and Shinobi and Outrun.
Nice.
I like Alien Syndrome.
But
I remember that one.
I couldn't play Mario and I couldn't play Zelda because I got this knockoff system from Radio Shack. It's because it was the cheaper version of the systems out at the time. And then,
but I gotta say,
I was really angry.
Think back to the list you just listed off. I mean, some of those people have never even heard of, and others are huge. Like everyone knows what Rampage is, and Sega, and Radio Shack, and no one's ever heard of Mario or Zelda.
Yeah, dude, that's why all these like film critics are like, there's not a compelling story because we're not really developing the mind of who is this plumber from New York.
Well,
what is his motivation?
In all reality, I looked it up later on and found out that the Sega Master System actually had better graphics and sound than compared to the NES.
It's a graphics podcast.
The only reason why Nintendo beat out Sega was because they told other developers that video game developers that they could not make video games for any other system if they made a game for the Nintendo.
Exclusivity.
And so then they kind of cornered the market, and then all the good games like Mega Man didn't show up on the Sega Master System. But then I got the Sega Genesis after that, and then I got the 32X, and then the Sega CD. I didn't get the Saturn.
I liked Sega CD. I thought that was a good system.
Yeah, that was cool. I got the Dreamcast, which was the best system, arguably by far, of all of them. But this isn't a...
No,
I don't
let's
know
keep
why,
going.
I don't know why you guys haven't stopped me yet. This is not
a good graphics podcast.
This is not a graphics podcast or a video game system podcast. This is a sports podcast.
We're back.
And
Welcome to FuzzJockRadio.
we are back. And should we just get into it, guys?
I know so much sports.
Should we talk about some sports?
The world needs to know.
Should we do it? Should we just do a random topic, or
Where's
is that
that roulette sound?
I don't know. I was thinking about this.
Excuse
I think that I think that it might actually be too close to the skit that the other broadcasters do, and then they end up. He ends up talking about his golfing game.
Yeah, we're just gonna pick random.
You know that get.
We just push an unlabeled button, and that's what we get.
All right.
Okay,
There we
AEW.
go, wrestling.
AEW.
Okay.
So, All In.
All In's coming up. Did we talk about All In at all? Like what that means?
Not really. We talked about it existing, I think, but nothing more.
So in All Elite Wrestling, they decided that they are going to do their pay-per-view All In at Wembley Stadium.
Bum, bum, bum.
Which is... 90th, which is in London.
That's a sizable stadium.
Oh, I did not turn off my phone.
That's a sizable stadium in the Great Britain's, right? Mm-hmm. Or is it in the lesser, like not as great Britain's?
The so-so Britons?
Yes.
There's great and there is a Great Britain and there's a so-so Britain. Which one is it?
Yeah, where's Wembley at?
I don't know. That stuff really confused.
You've been there.
They confuse that area.
I didn't go to Wembley.
Me.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I went to the London Eye.
Okay.
I went to BBC headquarters or whatever.
Is that in Great Britain or so-so Britain?
That's so Britain.
Okay. Well, either way, Wembley Stadium has 90,000 seating capacity, and it's going to be breaking records if they sell out.
It's already broke records. Yep.
It has. Okay, well, go
it's
ahead.
It's the largest non-WWE gate in wrestling history in that area. In first, I think in the UK, and then second biggest in all of England, something like that. There's like it's like 1 and 2.
It's like
But
the best,
if it keeps
basically.
going, it'll beat both. It'll become the best or the number one of all time. Because it's only sold 60,000 so far. Well, I mean only. It's sold 60,000, which is insane.
It has sold 60,000 tickets so far.
Yeah, if it gets to 70, that will be
I
the
didn't
record.
even buy one.
That's more than Mankato.
Is that really?
That's
The population of Mankato is like 45,000.
yeah, that's more people than fit in Dodger Stadium, and that's 52,000.
That's a Mankato's worth of British wrestling fans.
It's a Mankato and a half's worth.
Can they do that?
Anything not to use the metric
Do you think
system.
they'll be able to do that?
Yeah, they do it all the time.
60,000 people?
Well, my thing is, the UK is obsessed with wrestling. Like America loves it.
Is there 60,000
It's like
people
their
in
fucking thing.
the UK? And
Oh yeah, there's over there's like more than 5 Mankato's worth of people.
And probably
in Great Britain.
In Great Britain, but not so Britain.
Well, it's also Britain too.
It's like probably like zero.
Like
one or
there's
They
at
don't have
least
a
4 or
head
5
count
men.
of
They,
so-so
they each have like 4 or 5 Mankato's.
zero to 10, I'm guessing.
But you got to remember too, all those other countries are connected right near it, and they can just take a train. So, like, if you live in Germany, you can take a train to go to London, and it only takes you a few hours.
Like this.
So, like, you're getting everyone in all the UK, or I mean, not just UK, but in England, flopping over to the fucking
Correct me.
go
if
to
I'm
Wembley
wrong.
to see wrestling because fucking wrestling rules.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Are the other countries kind of like states in the United States?
Sure, you can put it that way.
Oh,
They
cool.
more or less were during the European Union, but then fucking
Well, now it's I don't know what it is. What it is.
well, it's only part of was it
It's not what I am, because I'm not there.
Britain pulled out of the European Union. So
Yeah.
oh boy.
We all know what that sound means, or what this jingle is. It's time for the
Buzz question of the week.
Okay, the fuzz question of the week is when I ask the Hess a question, and then they answer the question with their opinion, and then we don't explain or we don't talk about it. We just move on. We
Copy.
You all right over there?
No.
That's not the fuzz question of the week. But are you okay?
How many questions you got?
I just got one. Should we? Okay. I'm just gonna ask you a question, and then you don't have to explain your answer. You're just gonna be able to move on. Okay?
Is that the question?
No, it's not. No, okay. Asking okay is not the question.
All right.
But I did just check the back of your mic, and it does say back on the back of your mic. Just by the way. Just
No,
so
I
sure.
knew that.
Okay. So the first question of the week is. Oh man, I almost forgot it. But I didn't. Okay. So the first question of the week is, do you think that the United States will become like the European Union and become countries instead of states? Sea.Dubbz.
God, I hope not.
JMez.
Gross.
That was your
Question of the week.
Okay, so 90
I also just realized I said England a bunch of times and I meant Europe.
Yeah,
Just
dude,
wanted to
like
point that
the
out.
French
Yeah,
England.
I meant to say
and
Europe
the
a few
German
times. I realized
England.
I said England.
Oh, you're pulling a fuzzy.
All of the Englands.
All the Englands, all 15 Englands.
So do you okay,
The
so
Englands, the Englands, the
Okay,
Outlands.
Englands.
Sorry.
so the capacity is like
Overlands.
90,000 in AEW or in Wembley?
90,000 is the full capacity, but there's no way they'll be able to fill it that big because of the stage setup.
But you gotta shoot for 90,000. Otherwise, do you think it's a failure if they don't get 90,000?
Absolutely not.
Okay, and that's not a fuzz question of the week. We can talk about
yeah.
that, but if we want, but
Well, they're gonna probably hit 70 something thousand. I would guess.
what do you think is a success for this then?
It already is.
It already is. It doesn't matter what else they do.
Absolutely. It's literally broken records and set records, and it hasn't even been 2 weeks of it being on sale.
What is the record for WWE that they have to beat?
I think it's like just about 70,000 for, and that one only happened last year.
70,000, and they had
whatever the money value was too. That's
and yeah,
they're already close to that.
And then they've already gotten 60,000.
Mm-hmm.
And the show is in August.
Yeah, it's in August or September.
August,
it's in the fall.
It's like the end of August, I think. Really close to my birthday.
Right.
Okay. Well, that is going to be interesting to watch. Here we go.
FuzzJockRadio.
The NBA theme, here's an idea. It goes like this.
FuzzJockRadio.
Okay, we got some NBA news. The Timberwolves did not go on to the playoffs.
No,
they ended up losing. We did not cover that, right? Because we were like we
lost to the Nuggets, right?
Yeah,
and it was sad.
Yeah.
There was some moments it seemed like we could have done, but no, I think we did cover that. The Denver Nuggets then went on to, I believe, beat a whole bunch of other teams in a lot worse fashion than we lost, as I believe. So,
okay. So, but either way, since the last we've been here, we were in the playoffs, and now we're out of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the playoffs the last episode, I believe.
And then we learned the news since.
And then,
Just not the most pleasant when I'm angry.
Carl's not the most pleasant when he's angry, as we all know. He said that before. He's probably really angry. And, another Timberwolf we know was really angry, and he's not pleasant to be around. McDaniels, wasn't in the playoffs with the Timberwolves. He had to sit on the bench because he got angry.
And punched a wall.
Broke his hand.
And then Gobert.
And
punched a bruh.
What's the other guy's name?
Kevin.
No, not Kevin.
Kevin Nealon.
Oh. Anderson's the right name. Slow-mo. Slow-mo. His nickname's Slow-mo. Kyle Anderson. And Gobert.
And Kevin Nealon.
No, not Kevin Nealon. Just Kyle Anderson and Gobert. Kyle said something. Gobert hit Kyle, and then they yelled at each other. So they're not pleasant.
Just not the most pleasant when I'm angry.
They're not pleasant when they're angry. And then now that the Timberwolves lost the playoffs, it looks like Ant also is not pleasant to be around when he's angry because he threw a chair at some women.
Yes, employees of the venue.
That was the news, the headline. Right?
Yeah.
And throwing chairs.
So he got mad and threw a chair after they lost, and it hit a couple employees of the venue.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck, guys?
You're very mad.
We need to get,
counseling.
we need to get some counseling. I was going to say we need to get Phil.
Anger management for the Wolves.
The Lakers old coach Phil was a Zen type of guy, right?
I mean, I'm looking back to the Kevin Nealon idea. He could probably help out.
Kevin Nealon?
I'll go ask him next time I see him if he could help out.
It sounds like, I don't know, probably cheer people up really well.
They have some anger management that they need to take care of. That's for sure. It's not, no matter if you win or lose a game, it's not. You don't do that. You don't throw a chair. You don't hit a wall. You
just don't do that.
You don't do that.
Any reason.
You just take a deep breath and calm yourself. If you can't, and you flip out, maybe you need to talk to somebody. Maybe you should look into counseling or something, or I don't know.
If you do want to break something, we all know the proper way is to take a printer out into the woods and beat it with a baseball bat. That's the only acceptable form of anger violence.
Don't throw a chair at somebody.
Don't throw chairs.
And don't break your hand by hitting a wall. I mean, I know it's your hand. I know it's I don't know.
Yeah, just get like
Not
some like training gloves and a punching bag.
Yeah, there you go. That's way more acceptable.
And if you
want to punch stuff.
if you can't control that anger enough to be able to get to that place that has the punching bag and the gloves,
You make your own sandbags.
You should maybe talk to somebody
Agreed.
That knows how to make sandbags.
Yeah,
Then punch those.
or go to some counseling, anger management. So it's a good thing. I don't know.
They'll know all
Somebody
sorts,
else
they'll
that
know
needs
all
some
sorts of
anger
things that are
management.
good for punching. They're not people or things that will hurt you, right?
Somebody else that needs some
Yeah.
anger management is Ja Morant. Is suspended by the Grizzlies. What happened with that, Sea.Dubbz?
The second video of him waving a gun around, having fun, I guess, just acting like he's cool, like he's going to do something with his gun, has come out on the internet, and his team instantly reprimanded him, and it sounds like the league's going to take action too, because last time this happened, he was in a strip club doing it, and then they made him take counseling. So he
already did that.
already kind of had this first chance, and now he's gone and done the same thing again.
After counseling?
Yes, after part of his thing last time was he had to sit through counseling and like open up to people about it and have conversations of why he did that, and he still did it again, sadly. It's
If he likes
unfortunate.
to do that, then he should not be playing basketball then. Just go do that.
Yeah, and then go to jail.
Yeah, if that's what he wants to do, why the hell? I just don't get why he wants to.
I mean, I don't
But
advocate
he's-
people going to jail by any means. By any means.
Nah, fuck that shit.
But, waving a gun around at people is not like the best thing to do. And then he was like, he and some crew members were intimidating other players on the street, like
With
laser pointers and.
Yep. Like, what's going through this guy's mind? It's just unfortunate he's thinking like this for him and everyone else around him.
Can we move forward?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so now we are in the playoffs, and the Lakers are going against the Nuggets, and the Celtics are going against the Heat. Is that right?
Yes.
And how's the series going for these
Well,
two? For four teams.
Here
Going very well for the ex-Wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the Lakers, you mean? Because
Also, the Heat with Jimmy Butler.
Oh, really? Yeah, he was on the.
And then
he was on the Timberwolves.
I think-
so. Okay,
Really
hold on. So the Heat have Jimmy Butler, and then Lakers have Jared Vanderbilt,
Yep.
Everyone not named LeBron.
D'Lo.
and Malik Beasley. And then is
And
there
then-
any more Timberwolves in the playoffs?
Yeah, all of them.
I'm trying to remember what team Kevin Love plays for.
Garnett used to play for the Celtics. Kevin Love is in the playoffs right now.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Kevin Love is in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's on
right
the
now?
Miami Heat as well.
Holy shit! He's an old Timberwolves. How
Yeah.
old is Kevin
Yeah, it's
Love
literally just
34.
like
I haven't heard about Kevin Love in a while, man. How is he doing? Did you talk to
well,
him?
he's in the playoffs.
Did you
It's
talk
great.
to him?
He's having a great
Did you
time.
get his phone number? Please tell him I say hello. I haven't seen him in a while.
He's busy though.
He's playing with Butler, huh?
Yeah, he's trying to become a
Oh.
two-time world champion.
Dude, the
Good
NBA
for-
playoffs is
good for
literally
him.
just like a Wolves All-Star.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
It's fucking
Wolves
I like
All-Stars. They
Oh.
don't play for us anymore.
And then Garnett played for the Celtics at one point.
won a championship
Won
there.
a championship there. Wow.
Why do they do that?
Okay. So does
The Denver Nuggets took us out. Boo.
Oh,
Anyway.
and the Denver Nuggets don't they have Andrew Wiggins?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's Golden State.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Golden State. That's not the Nuggets.
But he thought about it probably once.
yeah, I mean it's close. California, right? They're both
Oh,
California teams. How many did we talk about how many teams that California has?
A lot.
They have a lot of teams. Did you know that?
Like
Okay.
in all the sports.
Yeah.
They have so many teams they literally can't like support all of them. right?
Dude, there's over like 20 professional teams in California.
Something like that.
Baseball is fun again in Minnesota.
Baseball is fun again in Minnesota. Actually, not in Minnesota right now because they are in LA playing Sea.Dubbz's Dodgers.
Oh,
Just down the street.
But it is still fun in Minnesota there's other great reasons.
Plenty of great reasons.
Oh, I got some breaking news for the Twins.
Hold on.
And the Minnesota. This just in, maybe a little bit ago. But you guys remember Royce Lewis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's cool, huh?
What about Royce Lewis?
Oh, he's back in St. Paul.
Oh.
Yeah. So he.
What does that mean?
I think
Welcome
he was
back.
out. He was out last year after torn ACL injury, covering center field, and it was a big bummer. He's completed his rehab assignment, and he's hanging out in St. Paul.
I'm glad
He's
to hear
in
that.
AAA, so like that puts him a lot closer to being back in the bigs.
That's
So
pretty awesome. What is this button?
that's some.
How surprised were you that you were asked to leave the game and not him?
I wasn't going to go out on the field and return to the dugout.
He
Oh, that
wouldn't
was
do
right.
that.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do
That's
that.
Rocco.
He didn't do that.
Wasn't gonna.
Wasn't gonna.
So is he playing for the Saints?
Yeah, he will be.
Dope.
I believe. I don't know if he's
pretty
done a
dope.
start there quite yet, but
Royce Lewis.
focusing a lot on shortstop, third base.
Royce Lewis.
But I'm trying to think, because the Twins did a road series against. So when we left off, the Twins did like a road series with
The Nationals?
that, and then Central Division, White Sox and Guardians.
Okay.
Oh, right.
I'm trying to think of the division rivals. Yeah, fuck. And then we came back.
KC.
And then we came back home and hosted the Padres and the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're back on the road again.
Yep.
And on Mother's Day, we beat the Cubs twice in one game.
Yeah. Yep.
You know who else is back now? Other than Royce Lewis?
Mm-hmm.
Farmer.
Yeah.
Farmer's back. To remind everybody.
Kyle Farmer.
Kyle Farmer. To remind everybody, he left because he got hit in the face.
Yeah, he took
with a pitch.
He took a fastball to the mouth.
Right to the mouth, and it destroyed his jaw.
Did something, and
Yeah, well, he's
and
back.
Luckily, not as bad as it absolutely looked and sounded
Yeah.
and felt. I'm sure, but he is back, and he has been producing in that lineup.
That's
is
awesome. And then Miranda and Larnack are kind of been up and down between the Saints and the Twins, right?
Miranda's been they've both been a little cold out the bat and having some struggles here and there. But Miranda's been optioned back down to the Saints. Larnack was also, but he came right back up after I think Kepler had like some hamstring issues.
Okay.
But and also Kirilov has also someone who was kind of expected to be on the starting roster opening day, dealing with some health issues, injury issue, rehabilitation still. But yep, he made his way back through rehab, played through the Saints, and he's been mashing. I think he did like his first 2 home runs of the season in the same game against the Cubs.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That's cool. And then you said that they had a homestand for a little while. Now they're back on the road, and it's time for
Dodger baseball.
What did you say? It's time? Time for what? Dodger
What?
baseball? Oh my! It's time for Dodger baseball. Mother!
It already is.
So it's time for Dodger baseball. The Twins are playing against the Dodgers
already
tonight. What?
I already did.
And
Anyway, go
then
ahead.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Well, I was
Go
going to say that but it seems like did you say that the bats are cold and Correa got booed?
Yeah, he has been. Well, this is kind of before.
See, no, we didn't talk
before
about that yet. No.
No,
It's
kind
time
of- It's time for Dodger baseball is currently like in situ right now.
and
That's what we can't
Correa
talk about.
is getting booed.
Oh,
Like you
there too. No, what I wrote down was actually in reference to him getting booed at home
That yes,
Because
I've heard that as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. So then, what I'm referring to is what Sea.Dubbz was referring to, when they came into when he showed up at the Dodgers stadium. Sea.Dubbz could hear the stadium boo Correa all the way from his house.
Well, not from my house.
It was that loud.
From the parking lot.
Yeah.
When I got in my car, I could hear them booing him like I've never heard booing before. And then when I got in my car and they were chanting cheater, it sounded like they were in my car. That's how loud they were chanting cheater in unison.
Oh, wow.
The whole stadium, 50,000 people.
And then what are you
amazing.
referring to Correa getting booed about?
This was in regards to like he's been notoriously having a really slow start, not warming at the bat, lots of whiff rate, high whiff rate, and just horrible batting average. So yeah, like he was starting to get booed in Minnesota, and notably replied something to the effect of like, yeah, I get it. I'd boo myself too at the rate I'm being paid and how much I'm not performing at the bat.
So he's getting booed for being a cheater and also being booed for being a low producer.
A low producer. He has since. He has since though. I mean, he woke up. His bat got worked.
Poor guy.
After I think saying that a bit and like playing against the Cubs.
Against the Cubs.
Yeah, we all look great against the Cubs. Cubs helped
It was
us
funny
out
though
great.
because I found out that he was getting booed because my mom told me. She was like, "Oh, did you hear Correa was getting booed?" Because she was happy to be like, my mom's a heckler.
Yeah, she likes.
So she was happy that someone was getting heckled. That was the Correa specifically.
So the Twins are playing the Dodgers, like we said, and we can't tell you what the score is right now, but maybe at the end of the game.
It's great. Yeah,
we'll
whatever.
see. Okay.
We'll see.
What's this Rockies pitcher thing here?
Oh, Rockies pitcher. I want to talk about this. So, someone who was not as fortunate as Kyle Farmer had an injury. There's a Rockies pitcher, and I want to find so I know his name here. Ryan Feltner. He took a line drive to the head. So he pitched, took a line drive to the head, and it was taken out of the game. He was maybe not in critical situation at the time or something, but it was announced he did suffer a skull fracture, and so he's going to be out a bit. And but apart from that, like he's okay.
Oh, that would hurt. That would have hurt so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost unimaginable. How much impact that would
feel better.
How much you'd feel that.
Feel better.
Poor guy.
Mm-hmm.
Any more baseball before we move on?
I think the baseball is pretty awesome. Our pitchers are great.
Baseball's fun again in Minnesota.
Our pitchers are doing awesome. I love our pitchers. Joe Ryan has been dealing. Sonny Gray's been dealing. Even Pagan, kind of. I don't know. But yeah.
On and off.
Yeah. Love the Twins. Looking forward to Royce Lewis.
Come back, Royce Lewis. Come back.
Yeah, but that's about it for the baseball.
Okay.
Baseball.
You know anything else?
Let's see here.
Are you ready for some football?
You ever heard of Derek Rodriguez?
Derek Rodriguez? Who's Derek Rodriguez?
He was a Twins pitcher that we called up,
I
and he
thought
pitched a couple innings.
I thought we're moving on from baseball.
I know. I wanted to ask you about Derek Rodriguez.
No, well, okay. Do you want to talk
the
about
JMez question of the week?
Do you want to talk about Derek? Who?
This is the JMez Quizmac.
Who did you say?
JMez Quizmac of the week.
Derek Rodriguez?
JMez Quizmac of the week. Do you know who Derek Rodriguez is?
No.
Do
you know who Sea.Dubbz? Do you know who Derek?
Is he an NFL player?
No. JMez Quizmac of the week.
No, I don't.
All right.
That was
moving on.
Okay. Okay.
He plays for the Atlanta. Well, he's signed by the Atlanta Braves. They picked him up off waivers.
Are we ready?
Are you ready for some NBA?
We already did NBA.
Are you ready for some football?
Oh, yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay, football. Vikings draft. Okay, so, the Vikings, the draft happened since we were.
That was such a big deal.
How was that? It was a big deal.
That was drafty.
So I want to point out one thing quick.
Uh-huh.
I have not sponsored YouTube TV, and they had so the NFL draft is not like one specific network's duty. Anyone who wants to report on the draft can do it because it's a public event.
Yeah, we can do it.
So we've done it.
Yeah, we did.
But
We did do it once.
We did do it once.
We're doing it right now.
So
No, we're not.
ABC does their own.
No, we're not.
No?
No.
This doesn't count?
No, this doesn't count.
Oh.
No, like at a live event.
A live draft, JMez. Remember?
So anyway-
when we did that one time?
It doesn't count if we just talk about the draft?
No, we did a
We're
live
reporting on it, though.
We did a live one time. Remember?
Yeah, we're reporting about it now.
Well, we're reporting on it now, but we're not doing it live.
Yeah,
We're doing it live. We're live right now. But
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Oh, boy.
But anyway,
Okay.
so they had 3 different networks covering it, and so YouTube TV just made a channel where all 3 of those screens were on at one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you could select which one you wanted audio from. But the
Nice.
funny part was seeing how much delays were on each broadcast. So like you knew one was going to be the first, one would be the second, and the other would be the last one. And the one that was delayed the most was NFL Networks, which I thought was the weirdest. Like,
Oh, weird.
why is the official NFL one the one that's the most delayed? But
Well, they
anyway, I
don't
thought
put
that was
money
funny.
into that.
But also ridiculous that they have like a channel that has all of them.
That is.
I don't like the draft.
But even though you don't like the draft, it's still very important for the teams, right?
What I mean by that is I don't like how people act about the draft.
Okay, because during the draft you pick new players.
Yeah,
Right.
it's exciting.
And you get to change
Yay.
people's lives, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, players from college teams, sometimes high school teams.
I hate it when they trade picks because that's not exciting. That's like, we're not going to pick.
Well, that's
Boo.
what the new Vikings regime likes to do.
They like to pick other picks.
They like to trade picks, and they traded their picks all the way down to. They got some people. They got Jordan Addison, a new wide receiver to complement Justin Jefferson, and looks like a pretty good pick, right?
Yeah, he's the USC wide receiver out here in California.
What pick was he?
Yeah.
He was
21.
The teen and late teens or early 20s.
So 21 teams passed him up, and we were able to pick him up. So that's pretty good.
But yeah, he seems pretty good.
Okay.
Some say arguably the top wide receiver of the entire 23 class.
Oh yeah, like there was him and another guy people
wide
went back and
receiver
forth on.
That's good. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because we got rid of Justin Thielen.
No, Adam Thielen.
Yeah, it's like
Adam Thielen. We got rid of Adam Thielen, Mr. Mankato, which he's not Mr. Mankato anymore since.
no, he's Mr. Thielen.
Some people would argue that he's never been just Mr. Mankato.
Mr. Mankato.
Oh,
That's you. You're Mr. Mankato.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe not anymore.
But here comes Justin Jefferson with his awesome wide receiving. And now he's got his buddy Jordan. We're going to have the wide receiving guys.
The triple J attack.
You're going to be so wide.
The triple J attack.
They're going to ride
Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison.
KCJJJA.
It's Jordan Addison.
Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison.
Oh, yeah.
Connection.
Speaking of Kirk Cousins, he moved on to a different team, right?
No.
But we did.
But we did pick up a QB.
We did.
A QB.
Oh, we did.
That's what they call him.
And who's this QB that we picked up? Does he look good?
No.
Take.
I have not seen any pictures.
Sea.Dubbz?
Yeah, I don't know anything of him, but everyone talks a big game about him. But that doesn't mean shit.
What's his name? We haven't pronounced
Something
it.
Jaron Hall.
Jaron Hall.
Hall, that's it.
Okay. Hall.
Yeah.
That sounds like.
But you know what? I like him already.
That sounds like a football name.
It's a very football name.
Yeah.
And now you know
more
what?
than
I
Kirk
like
Cousins. Okay. So
I like him already.
We'll see.
I am all aboard the Jaron Hall.
What is slashing?
Slashing is like that, you know.
Are we ready to move on from NFL?
Jaron Hall.
I was gonna see if you guys wanted to talk about the schedule at all, but we don't have to. I'm fine with that.
No, not really.
I'm fine with that.
I mean, is it something special in the schedule?
No.
Okay. So NHL, the Wild were in the playoffs when we last left them. And how are they doing now?
They are not in the playoffs.
They're sad right now.
Just like the Timberwolves.
Oh.
You're sad.
That's a lot of losing playoffs.
Yeah. Since it would have been, I think, the 90s. Not since the 90s has a men's sports team, professional sports team, won a playoff series.
Wait. No, wait. I was just saying that's a lot of losing a playoff
championship
with the Timberwolves right now and the Wild right now.
Yeah.
That's what are you talking about?
But both of those go into the long-standing Minnesota sports curse, and particularly success in any postseason capacity curse for a long time.
Okay.
Yes. You ever heard of it?
How long? How long are you talking about?
It's long. You ever heard of it?
What's
50 playoff attempts without a championship. So each team has played collectively 50 playoff series and won 0 championships.
You're talking about the Twins, the Timberwolves, the Vikings, and the Wild all put together have lost 50 straight playoffs?
50 playoffs with appearances without a championship.
Yeah.
So, not since 91.
They've lost 50 straight playoffs.
Yep.
That's not good.
That's a lot. It's not even been 50 years.
Can we let's just move on?
Not even 50 years.
Wow, that is wild.
Yeah. So many playoffs that we did not win.
Who's in the NHL playoffs then?
We've got the Kraken are playing the Dallas Stars, and they're going to a game 7. So let's go Kraken, beat those Stars.
I hate
the Kraken are brand new, aren't they?
Yeah, second year.
I hate the Stars too. I think a lot of Minnesotans hate the Stars.
Oh, I hate them.
Oh man,
almost as much as the Lance.
They're the villains.
Okay,
they're the NHL villains of the century.
What's this Edmonton away? What do you want to talk more about the Dallas and Kraken games or?
That one guy does.
Actually, Dallas just finished a bit ago, beat the Kraken in the final game, game 7. So now Dallas goes on to face the Vegas Golden Knights in the championship for the Western.
The Kraken do?
No, the Dallas Stars beat the Kraken in game 7.
The Kraken dudes.
Breb, we need an update from you.
Yeah. We need a Breb update.
We need a Breb update. What's this?
But they need to start studying Kraken do.
Well, what were you saying, Sea.Dubbz?
Instead of crack can't do.
So the teams that are left are the Panthers and the Hurricanes, and then the Dallas Stars and the Golden Knights. So the last 2 conference championships or finals and before we get to the Stanley Cup. So 4 teams.
I'm so disgusted in all those teams.
Aren't the Panthers a NFL team?
Florida Panthers.
They play all sorts of teams.
They're North Carolina. Actually, that's confusing because the Hurricanes are from Carolina and the Panthers are from Florida in hockey.
Yeah.
But the Panthers of Carolina are in football, so that's kind of goofy.
And then
Hurricanes are dangerous.
Edmonton's away.
Not really. Kind of. Maybe.
Well, Edmonton was playing for to go to the Stanley Cup, but they just lost. But they, for their away games, were inviting people to come to the stadium to get in to watch the game, and they would project a digital overlay of where the puck was and who was on the ice and what they were doing.
What?
It's like you could see the game through digital animation in front of you on the ice, exactly where it was.
Was it like
while also seeing it on the screen above you?
So like they had a TV screen on the ice, like a couple big screens on the
like
ice.
A projection.
They projected what?
Holograms.
Like dots that said the player numbers and what colors they were to represent the teams, and they'd move with the puck and the players on the ice. And so you could watch it like as if you were watching people, but they were little
just
things instead.
Like kind of like lights, like 2D. Was it 2D type of thing?
It was like flat circles.
Yeah, dude, flat circles. I love flat circles.
Dude, and then if you turn those into QR code, like a QR code, and have the audience put on AR glasses,
God damn,
you could replace the QR codes with the player image of the player.
Oh, and have them with
and
your
then people
phone,
can people could watch. Like no, you just put on your Google glasses.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's their idea. I bet
That's what's going to happen. You're going to be able to put on your Google glasses, and then you'll be able to see the game be played right in front of you, even though they're away.
The future. It's coming.
Yeah, future.
Future. That's
tomorrow.
That's how that's going to work. I already know that. I haven't read anything about it. I just do know.
Me too.
Are we here?
We are at.
You guys ready to go?
Oh yeah,
sports.
I'd love to.
Ping pong for sure.
Is pickleball skiing?
What is the highest level of car racing called?
Curling.
Other sports? Acro yoga?
Agro yoga?
Acro, like acrobatic.
It is a fusion of tennis, ping pong, and badminton.
What sport starts with a tip-off?
Basketball.
Nope, incorrect. Other sports.
It's a very social game.
Fight each other to the death.
Like NFTs or something.
You have to hit the ball.
Other sports topics.
So are there multiple major leagues?
I went to a soccer game in Dallas, in Paris, in California, in England.
Go up to a soccer game and be in the supporters section.
Teach them how to play pickleball.
Why not?
Free lessons when I come up.
How many clubs can a golfer have in their bag?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Might as well tune out now because I don't have another sports button yet.
Oh, we have pickleball news. I love that.
It's coming time for pickleball.
So they don't have enough space for pickleball anymore.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like they're
taking up all the space.
They're running out of all the space in the world. So they are doing something.
This is like pickleball is getting so popular that there's not enough. There's
not enough space.
There is spaces for pickleball, but there's just not enough
of them.
There's not enough pickleball spaces.
They're closing down Bed Bath and Beyonds to make space for pickleball.
It's coming, Bed Bath. Pickleball's coming for you, Bed Bath.
And Old Navy.
And Old Navies.
Old
They're
Navy.
closing down Old Navies and Bed Bath and Beyonds and turning them into pickleball courts.
Pickleball is going to be the mall revival.
What do you think about that, guys?
There's going to be mall cultural revival after this. Because
It's going to be, malls are going to come back, and the next thing that's going to come is venues.
I didn't know.
Venues and sports all in the mall.
Dude,
People will be like, what the fuck is the mall? This is amazing. I never knew the mall was cool.
And then
you know what? Revitalize it.
You know what feels like should happen as well if sports start showing up in the malls more?
Yeah.
Arcades.
All of it.
Yeah.
Because those nerds, those jocks need some nerds to beat up when they're not playing sports.
Nah, all jocks are nerds now.
Oh,
yeah,
that is true. Yeah, that's true.
They all play video games.
That's just an old.
Everything.
That's an old
video
trope. Fuzzy, just come on.
This isn't Revenge of the Nerds.
No, this is collaboration with the nerds.
Yeah,
and jocks.
Exactly.
Arcades.
Dude, let's bring back the mall with the pickleball and the arcades too. Yeah. And the venues.
Pickle mall.
Yeah, I like
Pickle
it.
Mall.
Pickle mall.
Pickle mall.
Pickle mall. Pickle mall. Pickle mall.
Also, pickleball's gotten so big, again, not sponsored, but Subway now has a pickleball sandwich.
That'll show them.
Well, there we
serious.
go.
They have a pickleball themed sandwich at the sandwich shop now.
Yeah.
I wonder how many pickles are on that. Is it a ball?
lot.
Is it a pickle
I
ball?
hope.
Is
It
it
better
a
be
ball?
a ton.
It's all pickles and meatballs.
Is it a ball?
I want that.
Pile of meatballs
I want
and
that.
pickles. Or they take the
that.
pickles and they like scrunch them all up into a big pickleball, and they're like they whip it at your face. And like Happy Wednesday.
That sounds like fun. We forgot to talk about the XFL champions.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not past done with the pickleball thing.
No, we're not. More pickleball.
Dude, talk about pickleball.
So, Old Navy and Bed Bath & Beyond, they're still around. They're just going to...
Well, not Bed Bath.
They're just going to play pickleball in the stores?
Yeah, is that what's happening?
In the Old Navy's probably.
Or
yeah.
like I was thinking that they had like some, they had some thugs or some tough men go up to them and be like, "Yo, we're here now," and they just kick them out.
Yep.
This is now pickleball spot. I thought it would be
This is
more
scary.
like,
This is
remember
getting
in
scary.
the 90s when Old Navy had like fucking soda bars and like weird displays inside of it that made it look like it was Grand Cent. No, you never remember that?
I've maybe been in an Old Navy once.
They used to put so many things inside of other stores.
Like a tree in Shields. Remember when Shields had a
stores
tree?
and
That's not there anymore?
No, there's still a tree.
That tree
Oh,
is so
okay, I was
cool.
gonna say, They can't get rid of that tree. That's
Love that
more
tree.
iconic than the mall.
They came from the Madison East Mall, I think, too. Is that the same tree? Because the Madison,
don't think
the
so.
Madison East Mall.
Well,
Shields had a tree.
the trees.
Do other Shields
It
have
came from a
trees?
tree before it that was from
Probably.
that mall.
Is
that was raised by a tree before that. That was also a mall tree.
Do
A long
trees?
lineage of mall trees, ancestries, ancestries.
Shields exist in other places?
Yeah.
And they have mall trees as well? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, like JMez just said it. The XFL champions, did they go 50 straight playoffs as well?
No.
Was it the Seattle Dragons?
It was the Renegades beat the Defenders.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So
that was the LA
that
Renegades.
happened.
Good job. Do they get what do they get? Like a trophy or something, or a plaque? A special jersey?
I'm actually trying to look that up right now. I'm like, what do they get?
They get special jersey to play to wear the next season to show off that they were champions the year before.
I think they all get an XFL watch.
Oh yeah,
like a
bling
watch,
a blingin' XFL watch.
Yeah,
That'd be a really cool gift.
That's the thing they get.
That would be really cool. I would like that.
Where
I
everyone's
would
like,
want
we
one of
gotta
those.
get a ring, or like, you got to get the belt, you got to, row the ship.
Watch.
And they're
Get
like,
a watch.
get that watch.
Okay. Sea.Dubbz, what would you like to get if you were XFL champion?
Money.
No, more like you gotta get something.
Yeah, be realistic. Come on.
You're probably not getting a lot of money if you're playing in the XFL.
You probably are. Would you like a trophy? Would you like a plaque? Like more than money?
Coles cash?
What would you like?
I think
a jersey.
I like the tackiness of like a golden football.
A golden football would be neat with diamonds. Would
I
it have
think that's-
diamonds on it?
So the base salary for an XFL contract is $59,000, and then $5,000 per game and $1,000 per every extra for every win.
Just
That's
not the most
not that
pleasant
much
when I'm
money.
angry.
That'd make me angry.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are awarded $10,000 if you win. Or wait. No. Yeah, you win like a bunch of money if you win the championship, and I'm still not seeing if they get a trophy or what.
They get a bunch of money and a pizza party.
Yeah, there you go. That's what they really get. It's a pizza party.
They
They do have a
wheel
trophy.
they
It's
wheel
an
in a
X with the
TV
football on
and-
top of it.
Nice.
So they do have kind of the football theme, the like goofy football as the trophy, and I like that.
But also with pizza and Mrs. Doubtfire and VHS.
In all honesty, I watched almost no XFL and have almost no interest in watching more football, I just have to say. I thought that it would maybe be interesting to just try, but I don't care about football enough to watch 3 leagues of it.
It's too much.
It's too much. There's also college, and there's a million games of that. It's too much
There is
football.
also college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's baseball. And that's a lot of games.
I want more baseball. Give me more baseball.
Well, you just need to tune in.
Yeah.
There's
I
so
do
much-
tune into a lot of
there's
baseball.
so
I want
much
even
baseball.
more.
We're not even talking any roller sports and
Yeah.
so much.
Remember, there's roller derby.
All of them.
Remember
derby.
that? Yeah. Remember that game? Okay, ready? Remember this game?
Oh, wait. How does this song go again? Oh, yeah. Memory.
Yes, Fuzzy Memory Trivia is here. This is when I ask the hosts questions and they answer the question with the correct answer and gain a point if they get the answer correct.
I love points.
They will just shout out the answer and they get one chance at each question. The current scores are 3-3.
I also like runs.
Okay.
And scores.
What type of run? Like a merry-go?
Points, runs, scores, goals.
Question number 1. Which country won the first ever FIFA World Cup in 1930?
Argentina.
Uruguay.
Oh.
In baseball, what is the perfect game?
No hits,
hitter.
no walks.
A perfect game in baseball is when the pitcher completes a game without allowing any player of the opposing team to reach base.
Yeah, I said no hits, no walks.
Is that something like, is that
Wild.
okay? Judges?
In pitcher clock area?
Judges?
What?
Movie
There's
time.
only one. There's only 2 other ways to get on base, and they're not the pitcher's fault.
You just throw a ball there, fucking.
Okay. Sea.Dubbz gives a point. 4. Okay. That was like a really hard point to get there. Did you notice that?
It's
Okay.
the hardest point I've ever got.
Who holds the record for the most home runs in single Major League Baseball season?
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
JMez, 4 points. And
I know the next one.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good one.
what that in golf? What is the term for a score of 3 strokes under par on a hole?
Albatross.
Birdie.
JMez gets a point. Okay. In which sport might you perform a Fosbury flop?
Diving.
High jump. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in tennis?
Oh, Serena Williams.
Sea.Dubbz?
Jessica.
This is a trick question. The Nobel Prize is not awarded in the field of sports or tennis.
What?
It's awarded in fields like physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, peace, and economic sciences.
Well, Serena Williams deserves the first one ever.
How about that, huh? And that was...
Oh, wait. How does this song go again? Oh, yeah.
And that was Fuzzy Memory Trivia, which brings us to the end of the episode.
Oh.
Was there anything that we did not talk about that you guys want to bring up and talk about before we go into the last topics of the date?
We didn't talk about the intricacies of the storytelling in Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, Zelda Link's Awakening tells a story through fantasy in a fantasy game while also using instruments and music to tell the story. It's fantastic. Seriously, Fuzzy, you gotta play the game.
And it was on the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm. It was on the Game Boy. It was
not
the
the Game
first
Boy
edition Game Boy.
Was it the very first Zelda on a Game Boy?
Yes, it was the third Zelda, first one on a Game Boy.
There's a special edition that got a good Game Boy Color treatment. There's like a Link's Awakening DX Deluxe.
It's really good
for Game Boy Color Advanced, or not Advanced, but
I've played many versions of that game. It's like my favorite.
It recently
game ever.
did get a remake on the Switch too.
What's your favorite?
No, Breath of the Wild.
Oh, is it that?
Right?
Link, that one that's the top-down one with the new graphics.
Yeah, it looks like plastic toys. Almost,
that's
chibi style. That's Link's Awakening, a remake. That's of the one.
Maybe I should play that version.
Dude, play that. Dude.
Yeah, it's the same game. That one's just got like a new polish on it.
That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. They make a reference to Mario in Zelda at one point because you get a dog. And it's not a dog. It's the ball, the like cannonball on a chain. That chomps.
Yeah.
It's that. That's the dog. Like, but in the game, it keeps referring to it as like a puppy dog, and there are other puppy dogs in the game that aren't like that. So it's just like an inside thing that you're seeing clearly a weird creature, and everyone just refers to it as a dog.
Very cool.
It's fucking awesome.
Very cool.
It's fun. It's a fun game. It's all of them very good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Celeste?
What was your favorite? What was your favorite Link?
My favorite Link?
Zelda game?
Well, Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Mine currently is Orica of Time. Ocarina of Time? Ocarina. I can never say it correctly, but that's my
best
favorite
soundtrack ever.
That game got me to realize that I didn't believe in God.
Ooh.
Really? Hell yeah. Good game.
Do you believe in Ganon?
No, I just
I believe in Ganon.
I just was like, well, I like video games. I want to play this game and not go to church, so I'm not going to go to church.
Good job, Zelda.
And then my parents were my dad came into the room. He's like, "Are you coming to church with us?" I'm like, "No, I'm playing Zelda." And then he left. And then my mom came in a little bit later, and then she's like, "Aren't you coming to church with us?" And I'm like, "Nope, I already told Dad I'm not coming. I'm playing Zelda,
playing video games."
Then I didn't never. Yeah, and that was my falling out of grace with God.
See how important Zelda is?
Yeah. So. Age, yeah.
What do you think?
Else?
Zelda episode.
Yeah, I mean it's not, but
it's a big deal though right now. I mean, it
really is.
I mean, do you remember lockdown and like Animal Crossing coming out, and that was a big thing, and just like
people are putting themselves into lockdown now, just like that back in the
day. Yeah.
Because this game is something else.
Yeah.
It's probably going to replace a lot of people's favorite Zelda game on their list.
Man,
there's a lot to it.
It's gonna be hard in my mind to like completely replace it, but to like, I expect it to improve upon, but I don't know. I really like the other one, and I just expect to like both of these,
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild and the new one. But
do you ever play Minish Cap?
I don't know what that is.
That's a fun one too.
Yeah,
anyway.
I do like
Zelda
shrinking in that one.
Yeah, Zelda Minish Cap. It was a good fun game.
Okay. So that's what you're gonna do this week. You want us to?
Man, I'm gonna be gaming and like trying not to find myself in places in that game that kill me too much.
Sea.Dubbz.
I'm probably gonna watch people play that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see if I can maybe stream it to you or something.
I would do that. Yeah, I'd watch you.
That'd be kind of cool.
How about you, Fuzz?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Little old me.
No,
You're gonna ask me what I'm gonna do this next week. I'm
Fuzzy.
probably I'm gonna play probably some Zelda.
Dude.
Yeah, what?
We're gonna see more Twins Dodgers.
More. We're gonna watch some
2 more
Twins,
days.
Yeah, 2 more days. Let's go Twins.
That sounds like a
Take the
lot of fun.
series.
And then I'm not going to promise that we'll be back next week, but there's a big chance that we will. But we're not going to. Yeah, we all want to.
Yeah,
I just I can't see
cool.
that. I don't know what you're showing us.
I can't say it, so we'll just move.
I'm trying to move on so we can get off the podcast so we can watch some
We're
Twins
still
games.
listening to this thing. Leave us alone. We want to finish the Twins game.
But I need to go through what I'm going to do this next week first. Shoot. Now I forgot.
Probably video games, watch some sports, right?
FuzzJockRadio. It was for all the moms. And my mom's in town too. So. And Nick Gordon said it's for all the moms, so I'm going with it too. It was a really nice set out there. Highlights everywhere you look. Great game.
Thank you for tuning in. If you would like to support, head on over to our shop, fuzztalkshop.com. That's FuzzTalkShop.com. Buy yourself a hoodie or t-shirt. We even have mugs and stickers. From all of us over at Fuzz Talk Radio, we appreciate your support.